All right, so it's getting to be the heat of summer, and the AC in the Mustang's not working. Oh my gosh. So I'm working on today, checking to see what's going on, and I'm playing around with the relays here. And I've got the AC relay out at the moment because I'm checking the 4 terminals here. Oh, I got sweat in my eyes. Hang on a second. Oh, hard to see what I'm doing. Okay, so you have 4 terminals in here. And the interesting thing, I was looking at the relays, and relays, you don't want to cross up your sides between your coil and your load side. But the way these are organized, you can put these in either way and they work, because the opposite corners, these 2 corners here, I believe work the coil, and these 2 work the load. And so if you flip around the other way, they're not polarity sensitive, and these 2 corners still work the load, and these 2 corners still work the coil. So I was looking at that first and realized it doesn't matter. But I'm checking in here, and this is one of these things where some of the new school thinking will trip you up. Some guys will tell you that test lights are outdated and a meter works better every time. They don't know what they're talking about. So I've got my meter here, and when I was doing my voltage checks, I had 12 volts coming in for the load and the coil, for the load and the coil. And then the computer switches the ground, and the other ground terminal goes to the compressor clutch. The load side of not the power side, but the load side goes to the compressor clutch. So what I found is, with my meter, the control side for the relay is showing a ground. But when I plug the relay in, it doesn't click. I can sit there and play with it, plug it in, take it out, it doesn't click. But it still shows 12, it shows a ground on, let me straighten this out here. I was going from here to the ground side of the coil in here, and the computer controls that ground side. So if the computer's engaging, I should get 12 volts from this hot wire here to that terminal in the fuse block here. And I was seeing that 12 volts, but it's not kicking the relay on. I've got power to both sides. I've got a ground to the control side. I should hear that relay click when I plug it in, and it's not. Well, what in the world is going on? So I pulled out my trusty test light. The thing about a test light is it takes a certain amount of current to light this bulb up. A meter, if you get a trickle, you get a tiny trickle of voltage through there, it's going to read the voltage and it's going to tell you everything's fine. But when I hooked up my meter, or my test light here, I hooked up the ground wire to there, and I've got a T-pin here I was using, and I made sure I had a good connection with the T-pin. Put the T-pin in down here, and with the meter I'm getting 12 volts. With the test light I'm getting nothing. It's not even dimly glowing the bulb. There's 12 volts. There is a ground present, but it's not enough the ground is not big enough to carry the voltage to light up this light. So basically there's just a transistor that's bleeding a little bit inside the computer. This is what is going to turn the relay on and off, though. Enough current to light this bulb is enough current to close that coil, or close those contacts. I got ants crawling on me. Good grief. So don't let meters trip you up. If you're looking at something that's got to pull a load, a test light will tell you if you can get that load through that ground. So I've got a problem somewhere else on the car. The computer apparently is not seeing, it's either not seeing, more than likely it thinks that the charge is not appropriate on the car. It thinks that it doesn't have enough refrigerant. I've got 75 pounds in here with it sitting still when everything's balanced out, and that should be enough to close that. So I've got to see if I got to replace that. I'm guessing I need to replace the switch, the pressure transducer, and then I might have AC again. So more to come.